good community embodies unity and variety. Diversity in multiple areas, diversity in people, diversity in art, diversity in architecture. That integration of the diversity is what makes a good neighborhood. When I was looking for apartments, I had certain criteria that I was looking for. I was looking for natural light, I was looking for open space. Right when I walked in, I knew, oh, this is it.
I got that homey feeling, I got that warm feeling, I got the feeling that, yes, I'm coming home, rather than just an apartment. It has this special touch to it, right? It's accentuated with artistry.
We feel like stewards of these buildings. It's part of the legacy of the community, and so we feel a very real obligation to the building. We want to be good neighbors, both for our own interest and because it's the right thing to do.
You can't do development piecemeal. You can't plop and rehab one or two buildings. You have to have one group with one vision. We need to tell the Mack story. They did it right.
Their level of attention to the historical detail, it shows a commitment on their part that the history of this city is worth preserving.
I live in this neighborhood, and I know it's just a much better place to live since they've taken on this project.
They're a good neighbor. The purchase of those properties was the single biggest improvement in the neighborhood over the last 10 years that I've been living here.
I'd say it's kind of like a living community more than just like an apartment building, and I wouldn't say that unless I really meant it. The people at the front desk, the maintenance and custodial staff, they've catered to my every want and need, and they've even asked my input on ways to make the building better, and I don't feel like it from the standpoint where they're doing it because it's their job or they have to. I feel like they're doing it because they genuinely care.
Even though that we're in an apartment, and we're only renting, I would consider this being our first family home.
It feels like a real community because people talk to one another. I mean, even though we might not have ever seen each other on the street, we say hi.
I spend 3 to 4 times as much time in the common areas than I actually do even sitting in my living room. Even if you're not interacting with people, there's always people around. You still get the human component.
And it's so easy to get to know other people in the neighborhood. Like, I think about the SIP, and I've met so many people, just by going to that cafe. So many people that developed into some really critical relationships.
That is a nice quality to have in a community where you can sort of bump into people on a constant basis, and you really there's never a moment where you kind of feel alone. And as far as I'm concerned, that's sort of the community that I'm trying to mimic within our own little space here.
When you walk in, it actually gives you the feeling that you're in a special place. And to know that you are part of that, you kind of stick your chest out. So I'm proud to be a part of that community.